this is much more of a product review more than it is a vlog, so stay tuned for some of that. I ordered this because I was in desperate need of something to handle my camera gears. Handheld is fine, but sometimes you need that extra reach, and that's why I bought this here product. By the way, this is bought with my own money. This was not given to me. This is not a sponsorship nor anything, an endorsement or anything like that. This is just something that I've been wanting to try for a while. So what do you say we get down to that? Here is the product itself. It is the GorillaPod, the 1K kit. I'm not too familiar with the numbers, but I'm assuming that the higher the number, the thicker it is, like for like heavier cameras. I bought this one because it was fairly priced, and because the higher the number you go, not only does it get thicker, but it also gets pretty big. Let's open this up. First thing you get in the package is a little paper with instructions how to mount your camera on it. It's pretty simple stuff. Voila! Lo and behold, the product itself. It does look a little funny. It does look like some sort of I will admit that I knew when I ordered it. This thing has quite a reputation. The brand has been very well known in the tech community as being very useful and just built to last. So that's what we're gonna try out. Before we jump into trying out this new JOBY handheld, what is it really called here? I guess just the grip. It's just a grip. It's just a hand grip for your cameras. First thing, before I jump into trying this thing out, I want to show you guys what I was using before. The first one is from here, ULANZI. I don't have the actual name on me. I'll put the name somewhere on the screen. So I love this product. It turns into an actual three-legged tripod. It actually stays in place and also works as a selfie stick as well. And it also has a little, I forget what this is called, but to be able to attach something. It's got the ball head. I love this thing. Only thing that went wrong here is the little 1/4 screw. The threading got a little bit wonky. I don't really trust it very much. Let me go ahead and show you real quick. So once you actually screw in your camera, I'm using my Sony ZV-1 with the wide eye lens. It's on there, but this is what I don't like. It doesn't really screw on, and with the shotgun mic and any more weight that I put on it, it starts getting all wonky. And not only that, but I feel like the messed up 1/4 screw, or the thread on the 1/4 screw, is just gonna end up messing up with the thing the cage that I have attached to the Sony ZV-1. So it's like, so it was trying to get something new. That's one. The next one is much more closer to the actual Gorilla grip, and this is also from ULANZI. I'll put the actual name up somewhere up here. I really did like this one. Same thing as the shorter one, the 1/4 screw, and you would tighten it like so with this little wheel. That was very neat. You get the ball grip, 360 degrees. It had a little tiny little leveler to even things out. It also had the option to flip things sideways also. Of course, the cold shoe, that was the name of it, the cold shoe, to add some more attachments, the bendies. But this is what went wrong with this one. Which one was it? It broke. I hear lots of good things about this particular brand, and also look at the size difference. it's a bit shorter. There's a lot of good reviews on this. Like this thing's, again, they say that they're meant to last, so we're gonna find that out. What I am gonna put on this here is also from ULANZI. I love this product. It's my favorite product from ULANZI. The other parts, I have it somewhere, thrown somewhere, but this here, this is the ULANZI locking system. Can you focus? The ULANZI locking system. I love it so much. Anybody who makes content or has cameras needs to get this product from ULANZI. So I'm gonna attach that to the GorillaPod grip, or the JOBY Gorilla, so it's a lot more easier to detach whatever it is you're gonna use. So let's go ahead and see what this thing can hold. What's also cool about this thing is that not only is it useful for cameras, but also for phones and any other devices that you can think of that you're able to attach with a quarter inch screw. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's see what this thing can handle. Before we jump into the weight testing, what I want to do show you all, I apologize to the neighbors, what I do want to show you all is the fact that this thing is bendable like crazy. You can bend it any way, shape, or form. You can put it in a way where it can hang on stuff, so you can get high angles or low angles, whatever it is that you need. This thing is capable of doing such a thing. First thing we're gonna try it on is on my little handy dandy Sony ZV-1 camera. As you can see, it's a handheld camera. It's much more smaller compared to the Sony ZV-E10 that I'm using to record this video. But as you can see, it's able to handle it pretty damn well. And as you can see, this is, by the way, this is with the crop into it. So if I get any closer, it looks like I'm all up on your face. So, but that's what the arm is for. So I can just like extend. I'm gonna switch to the other camera. You can see I'm just extending my arm pretty much fully, right? But you can also just have it like very nice and comfortable like so, and you still have a pretty nice picture. Those first shots of the vlogging angle was with the active stabilization on. Now we switch it to the vlogging. This is with it off. The only bad thing is that your video is gonna look a little flippy floppy. But again, that's what the active stabilization is for. I'm not here to talk about the camera. I'm here to talk about the handle, right? So let's get right back into this side over here. So as you can see, it's able to handle a not so heavy of a camera, and you can look pretty vloggy-ish, vloggy. I don't know, I'm just making up words now. Now we're gonna try it on something a little bit lighter, like this here Osmo Pocket 3. And I can tell you that it's very, very extremely light with a Osmo Pocket 3. If you're not familiar, an Osmo Pocket 3 is a tiny handheld little camera with a built-in gimbal. So there's not a lot of that you have to do to control your vlogging here, so because the camera does it all for you. But as far as it being light, it is extremely, like, it weighs absolutely nothing. So it works perfectly for an Osmo Pocket 3. I mean, you don't necessarily need it because it's a handheld camera, right? That's what they're built for. If you just, for some reason, you just feel like you need that extra little extension, it does help with the movement and just makes it much more stable-ish. So that's something to also look into when you're thinking of purchasing the JOBY Gorilla grip thing. The JOBY GorillaPod grip also works perfectly and feels just as lightweight as the Osmo Pocket 3 with the camera that you already have in your pocket. And just like the Osmo and my other camera. It's very easy to handle, and like I said, it's super lightweight, like crazy lightweight. Just as lightweight as Osmo Pocket 3, weighs absolutely nothing, and again, you're just able to just put it down wherever and record yourself in any angle, sitting down, sitting up, and all that kind of stuff. So speaking of angles, let's see how it handles weight when it comes to hanging it on something with a heavy camera on it. So let's try that out. Okay, I know I said I want to try some different angles, but first I tried it handheld first. This is the camera, the ZV-E10 that I've been filming most of the video with, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sort of barely handles it. Like if I do like a jolt, it does kind of move a little bit, but you gotta remember that this is a pretty hefty camera, mostly just the lens. I can probably use it with a kit lens, but who wants to see something like that? But it's able to pretty much handle it, not as well as with the Osmo Pocket 3, the phone, and the small handheld camera, the ZV-1, but you can use it maybe mostly just for still shots, maybe just like kind of like place it down on something. But as far as maybe vlogging, I would probably second think it. Let's try that different angle. Sorry if I'm a little too close. I'm using the active stabilization on my ZV-10, and now this is what we're looking at right now. The GorillaPod actually be able to handle a Sony ZV-1. Will it be able to handle this bad boy? Well, let's find out. So not much luck on hanging this ZV-E10 on a high angle using the JOBY GorillaPod, for the reason that this camera with the lens is way too heavy. It was not, I mean, able to manage to hold up the camera. Like if I would have let that thing go, the camera would have just dropped, and that would have been a very bad day. The JOBY, or at least the 1K one, this version does not handle super heavy, bigger cameras, but like I said, it is able to handle cameras such as the Sony ZV-1. So as far as build quality, I mean, it feels pretty sturdy for something that's flexible. You know what I mean? Like, it's got flexible legs. It feels pretty sturdy. It looks like it's just not gonna fall. Like, you really have to like try to knock it over. The ball grip here, it's pretty simple, but it's actually pretty, it works really well. Like you don't have to tighten it that much. Just like 1, 2, and it's on there. To loosen, 1, just 1, and look at that. Move it any way you want. Build quality, very nice, very sturdy. I totally believe the reviews about this thing lasting. Well, I guess we'll see how long this thing lasts, but like I said, it feels pretty hefty for something that's like, what, like a foot long? That's what she said. So who is the GorillaPod from JOBY meant for? Well, obviously content creators, right? Anybody who, especially vloggers, such as myself now, because I vlog now. So yeah, this really comes in handy if you are a vlogger, or if you're just one of those, like myself, one of those dads who just like to record a little bit of everything and then turn it into a vlog. Could also be pretty useful for photographers if you're getting some tricky shots that you just need an extra, you know, grip to really get the picture or your camera nice and steady. Or it's just simply people who like to travel. Like this thing, like I said, grips onto a little bit of everything to get those high shots when you want to like take a picture from a distance, or to take a video from a distance and stuff of that nature. Well, that pretty much ends this, not exactly a vlog, but a product review of the JOBY GorillaPod. And I'll go ahead and I'll leave some affiliate links in the description down below. I'll leave it for the JOBY hand grip, as well as this ULANZI camera easy, I forget the name. I'll put it somewhere up here. But that is it for that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this helped out some people out there who are in need of something for content creation. And in the meantime, go ahead and just subscribe right here, watch any of these two videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.